Hi kids! I'm showing Z-Image Turbo in Draw Things, the image and video generator for Mac and iOS. It's free on the app stores. In the model drop-down, you're gonna look for Z. And we have 3 flavors, as usual. The unlabeled is 8-bit quantized. It's optimized for image accuracy. 6-bit model is optimized for low RAM devices. I put this one on my iPhone. It worked great, although, of course, my iPhone is a bit slow. And Exact is the unquantized model released directly from Alibaba's lab. It's about 10 gigabytes in all, including the text encoder, which is Qwen 3. There are LoRa's and imports. I'll just show you that real quick. This is a new compatibility. Sorry. I'm going to select from files. Yeah, you can just download them from Hugging Face, from the other place, and when you import, just be sure to set the model version from automatic to, we have a new category for Z-Image. And if there's a trigger word, paste it right in there. And you will import. I have done that already. I'm not going to actually show you the LoRa's because I don't think they're an improvement. The Z-Image Turbo specializes in photoreal, which I think it does lovely, considering that it renders in 15 seconds. And of course, it takes a little longer if you want to step up the resolution. That's the one parameter that we can really change here, the image size. So it has a functional range from, I would say, small, which is under 1 megapixel, up to 2 megapixels and maybe even higher. But the composition starts to fail at really high compositions. A high-res fix does work. So if you're going for ultra high-res, you might want to start the resolution, might want to start the render at a lower resolution, and then finish the rest of the render at higher resolution. It's pretty standard, and because it is very good at image to image, you can get away with really high second pass strength. Now, if you're on a low RAM device, you probably will need tiled decoding. Leave steps at 8, unless for some reason you want to do a fast and dirty render just to see the composition, then you can do it lower, but I think 8 is probably the sweet spot for rendering. Text guidance you want at 1.0 exactly. That's pretty standard on accelerated and distilled models. And that turns off the negative prompt. Now, you do need a pretty big prompt. As you can see here from my token count, I am approaching 200 tokens. One of the problems is that it's very literal. So if you are, if you like these large language kind of word salads that just throw a lot of adjectives and style words and emotion words, that's not going to work here. Qwen is just not an emotional metaphor model. That's kind of a symptom of all these bilingual models, is they tend to be more literal. So you need to just describe everything in dry language. That's probably the best thing that you can do. Now we have the option of CFG0, and I don't know if you use this or not. It's kind of like Tcache, but at the start, instead of dropping frames in the middle somewhere, it just drops your initial frames, and it also recalculates the CFG, which I don't think does very anything good here on the distilled model. There's not enough steps to begin with. so we don't really need to drop steps. So I recommend leaving CFG 0 star turned off. The sampler, there is one best sampler, and that is DDIM trailing. It's the sharpest, it's the cleanest. You are, of course, welcome to use any of the trailing samplers. 2M is fine, Euler A is fine, they're fine. DDIM is the best. Now shift is a little bit debated. It's somewhat optional, set up between 1 and I would say 3, although I did test way high up into 8 and even above by pasting in config settings. It doesn't really change the composition. What you end up with is the same composition with slightly different details later in the rendering. So, like these ruffles might be slightly different, her hair or the organization of these stars might be slightly different, some of this AI filler might be slightly different because it comes later in the steps, but the composition is going to look very much the same. In fact, if you look at the thumbnails, they just look like the same thumbnail again and again and again. So the composition is kind of baked in. That's very prone to your prompt. Therefore, get really specific with your prompt. Talk about how the camera is viewing, talk about the background, talk about their clothing, talk about everything in a lot of detail, and Quen, as the text engine, will soak this up, and the image will translate it into a very reliable, mostly the same face, although I do see some differences. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Download it and go. This is an amazing model. Do you want tips on how to prompt? Put in a lot of detail. Put in a lot of detail. That's all I have to say. Try to get your token count up to like 200 if you can, and the images will be amazing. I'm gonna outro with just a run of renders, and I'm not cherry picking these. This is every render that I got in order. So I'm gonna cut this one short, and I will see you next time, kids. Happy rendering and happy holidays.